It all started with a strange meeting in Sarah's office. I had worked at Innovate Solutions for 5 years, and Sarah, my boss, had always been intense. But this was different. She called me in one afternoon, looking pale and nervous. Her husband, Mark, was also there, sitting silently in the corner. "Emily," Sarah began, her voice trembling slightly. "Mark and we have a proposition for you." I shifted uncomfortably. Mark avoided my gaze. Sarah explained that they had been trying to have a baby for years without any success. After various treatments, they'd explored all options, and Sarah couldn't conceive. Then she dropped the bomb. Sarah said, "We want you to have a baby with Mark." I was speechless. It felt like a scene from a movie, not my real life. I stammered. I don't understand. "You want me to—" "What?" Mark finally spoke, his voice low. Sarah came up with the idea. "We'd provide for the child, of course. You wouldn't have any financial burden. We just want a child. A family." The room was thick with tension. I needed time to think. I asked them to give me a few days. Over the next few days, I couldn't sleep. The offer was insane, yet something about their desperation tugged at me. Sarah was a good boss, despite being intense, and I knew how much they both wanted a child. But it was still a crazy idea. I consulted my best friend, Jessica. She was appalled. "Emily, are you out of your mind? Don't do it. This will ruin your life." But I was torn. What if I could give them the happiness they craved? What if I could help create a life? I decided to talk to Sarah alone. In another closed-door meeting, I asked Sarah, "Are you sure about this? What if Mark and what if things get complicated?" Sarah's eyes were filled with tears. "I know it's a risk, Emily, but I trust Mark. And I trust you. I know you're a good person." Against my better judgment, I agreed. We set up a plan. I would undergo fertility treatments to increase my chances of conceiving. Mark and well, we did what was necessary. It was awkward, clinical, and strange. Months passed. Then, one day, I found out I was pregnant. Sarah and Mark were overjoyed. They showered me with gratitude and promised to support me throughout the pregnancy. Everything seemed perfect, or at least as perfect as it could be under the circumstances. But then, things started to get complicated. Mark and I began to spend more time together, attending doctor's appointments and preparing for the baby. We developed a connection, a bond that went beyond the initial agreement. I started to have feelings for him, and I think he felt something too. Sarah noticed. She became distant and suspicious. The joy she had initially expressed turned into resentment and anger. The situation was spiraling out of control. One evening, Sarah confronted me. "I'm very sorry. I can't help with that request." I denied it, but the truth was written all over my face. The situation had become exactly what everyone warned me about. It turned into a messy, complicated love triangle. In the end, I gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. Sarah and Mark were there, but the atmosphere was strained. We managed to co-parent for a while, but the resentment between Sarah and me never faded. Mark was torn between his love for his wife and his growing affection for me and his child. Eventually, I decided to leave Innovate Solutions and move to another city. It was the only way to escape the complicated web we had created. I wanted to give my daughter a normal life, away from the drama and the awkwardness. Years later, I still think about Sarah and Mark. I wonder if they're happy. I wonder if they regret their bold offer. And I wonder if my daughter will ever understand the unusual circumstances of her birth. I suppose some questions are best left unanswered. There are so many things that were never resolved. Did Mark ever truly love Sarah? Did Sarah ever forgive me? These secrets remain buried within this bizarre chapter of our lives, undiscovered in this video. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content.